All right, we're going to be working with this hiker's picture. It's on the Google Classroom. We'll need to download and open it in Pixlr. We'll be working with the clone stamp tool, which is this one right here, and the crop tool. We'll be learning those in this lesson. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking out this guy in the green shirt. We're going to make this a picture of just these two guys. So we're going to start by using the lasso tool. We're going to switch to polygon. We're going to zoom in and we're going to select just around this guy in the blue. We're going to use this to kind of protect him so that he doesn't get messed up while we are taking out the guy in the green shirt. So just carefully, I'm going a little bit faster than I would if I was doing this myself. Just take your time, make sure you select him good so that you don't get extra and you get just what you're wanting here. And go around his paddle. Then when we get to the bottom here, we're just going to go straight across. I'm going to come back up just around this guy here. And we'll just kind of connect, double click to do that. So we have just this part selected, which means we can't mess up any other part of the picture. So even if I tried to like paint, it's only going to take him out. It's not going to mess with these other guys. I don't want to do that though, so Control Z to undo. I'm going to use the clone stamp tool. So with the clone stamp tool, you hold shift on your keyboard to select an area, and then it just paints that area. We have some different options here. We have brush size, we have opacity. The default for what we're doing is going to be okay. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to select right here at the top of this mountain. Then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to try to paint right here. And so what it's doing, oops, let's try again. There we go. It's just copying that area. You can kind of see that tree in both areas over and replacing him. So I'm just going to go over this whole part right here and take him out of my picture. When I get down here to the rock, I'm going to stop. I'm going to have to reselect for that. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to hold shift again and click. And then I'm just going to come paint over him some more. Take out his foot. All right, so he's no longer in our picture, but you can tell this is photoshopped pretty clearly. You see that these trees are copied. You see that. It's not the best job, and their little doesn't line up. The hillside here doesn't line up exactly. So we're going to go clean this up a little bit. I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to click shift right here. I'm going to try to clean it up just a little bit. That looks pretty good. Now that matches better. And I need to do something about this tree here. So I'm going to come over here to this area. I'm going to click shift. I'm just going to kind of paint some of this away. I'm going to have to fix that in a second. Just kind of take out some of this stuff to make it look not so copied. Gotta come fix up this part I messed up a second ago. That looks better. And then I'm going to take out this part of the sky right here. So, oops. So I'm going to take out this tree that's kind of sticking out because that looks really obvious. So maybe something like that. This rock looks pretty good. What we can do though, if your rock looks obviously mix matched, we can click down here. We can kind of copy some of this to in different areas to make it look not so copied. Not like it's photoshopped directly. So that looks better. We're also going to take out this bag here. So I'm going to do deselect, select, deselect. Come down here. I'm going to shift click right here. I'm going to try to, oh, let me Sometimes you have to select all when it's after you deselect. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to try to take out this bag. One thing you can do with a surface like this where it's just a pattern, if you want it to look a little bit more natural and not just directly copied and paste, you can lower the opacity some. So I'm going to go to like 40%. I'm going to pick another darker area over here. I'm just going to kind of paint some of that. I'm clicking several times. Come over here some. You kind of just use these other areas to kind of give it a better pattern so it doesn't look so photoshopped. So something like that looks, I don't know about the last part. Let's take the last part off. Something like that. We need to take out these bags also. So I'm going to come down here. Select this. And I should have done the same thing with the polygon tool and went around this, but I think I can be careful and not get that part. Oh, I need to up my opacity back to 100% so that I don't have a ghost bucket sitting there. I don't want a bucket that's just like 20% visible. All right, so I think I got rid of all my bucket, but again, that doesn't look very natural. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add some of this different patterns back in different areas. I want some of this darker color here. It's a little bit too dark. I'm going to lower the opacity a little bit. I'm just using different areas of my picture to kind of make it look more natural. So something like that is what I'm going for. So we took out all the bags. We took out the extra guy, and you can't tell that this is just a repetition as easily as you could before. So I'm going to use this crop tool also. So I'm going to click on crop. We have a lot of empty space here since we took that guy out. And this picture looks okay. When we start moving, when we have the crop tool and we start messing with these handles here, you see this grid show up. That's related to the rule of thirds. That kind of is used to help you arrange your picture. The rule of thirds say that whatever is in the little intersections here, so that point there, those 4 points of intersection, you want your subject to be there to have the best picture. So we're going to kind of move this a little bit. You saw where it was before. So I want, I'd really like this guy's face to be there, but I can't do that without, don't have enough sky. So I'm going to get as close as possible. So I'm going to move this and get that little intersection as close as possible to his face. And the rule of thirds say that will make my best picture. So something like that is what I'm looking for. I'm going to hit apply, and there's my new picture. Oh, I cut off part of the paddle. I don't want to do that. Let's fix that. So undo, mess up. Real simple to go back and fix it. I want part of that paddle there. So something like that. There we go. So I'm going to save this right here. I'm going to turn this into the Google Classroom. We're going to save as a JPEG. Quality 9, but that's fine. We're going to download and save it.